Leader Bravo, looking to push and start.
Southwest 1514, Denver Tower, pushback approved, push straight back to the first line and advise ready for taxi.
Push back to the first line, we'll advise when ready to taxi, Southwest 1514.
So that was Greg getting his clearance. You can see him.
The Tower, good evening. Southwest 2884.
Southwest on the other side of the pier.
Information Bravo.
I'm the southwest on this side of the pier.
Southwest 2884, Denver Tower, good evening. You are cleared to the Tulsa Regional Airport via the FT7 departure, doozy transition, then as filed. Climb via the SID. Departure is offline, squawk 3370.
Okay, cleared to Tulsa, FT7 departure, doozy transition, then as filed. Climb via the SID. Departure is offline, squawk 3370, Southwest 2884.
Southwest 2884, read back correct. Expect runway 8. Advise ready for pushback.
All right, runway 8. We'll give you a call for push. Southwest 2884. Thank you.
And to the left of me is David, in a United. He's flight 235. I'm Southwest 4780, and Greg is Southwest 1514.
At Bay Charlie 27, requesting IFR clearance through to Edmonton as filed.
United 235, Denver Tower, good evening. You are cleared to Edmonton International Airport via the Darth 1 departure, and then as filed. Climb via the SID. Departure is offline, squawk 5634.
David getting his clearance.
Clear to Edmonton as filed via Darth 1 departure, then the flight plan route, climb by the SID. Departure is offline, squawking 5634, United 245.
United 245, readback is correct. Expect runway 8. Advise ready for pushback.
Expect runway 8. We'll call for the push, and in receipt of Bravo, United 245.
Southwest 2884, request push and start.
United 1420, Denver Tower, departure offline, no further ATC available this time. Unicom 122.8, frequency changes approved. Have a good flight.
Left Unicom, United 1420, see ya.
Southwest 2884, pushback approved, push straight back to the first line, advise ready for taxi.
Okay, straight back, we'll give you a call for taxi, Southwest 2884.
Tower, Southwest 4780 is ready for push and start.
Southwest 4780, pushback approved, push straight back to the first line, confirm squawking 2770 and squawking mode normal, and advise ready for taxi.
Yeah, as soon as I start moving, you'll see the squawk code. That's a limitation I have.
Okie dokie.
Okay, preparing for push.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Starting engine number 2. Now let's monitor that V-pilot does come on. Yep, came on.
Behind the taxi.
Okay, we
southwest,
are
pushback
taxiing.
to the line. We'll call again for taxi United 245.
Southwest 2884 is ready to go, runway 8.
There's
Southwest 2884, the wind
behind, any
130
alliance?
at Niner. RNAV kidding, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
RNAV kidding, clear for takeoff, runway 8, Southwest.
that might be Greg ahead of us. Charlie November Mike. I think we can get over to the left side anytime. I'm not getting that taxi line in front of me, so I guess I'm just gonna go all the way. Here we go. Now I'm gonna peel to the left.
Runway Tower, Southwest 1514, ready at 8.
Southwest 1514, the wind 130 at Niner. RNAV Royal, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Royal, clear for takeoff, runway 8, 1514.
Southwest 2884, towers offline, no further correction. Departures offline, no further ATC available at this time. Unicom 122.8, frequency change approved. Have a good flight.
Southwest 2884, thanks, have a good night.
Attention all aircraft, Denver Tower Control will close in approximately 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Okay, I think that's Greg right up ahead. Lining up already. Greg taking off. You can also look to the right, but let's see.
Denver Tower United 245, ready for taxi.
United 245, runway 8, taxi via Charlie November, Mike.
Runway 8, taxi clear
There he
for
is,
taxi
taking
by
off.
Charlie November and Mike. United 245.
Traffic.
Southwest 1514. Departures offline, no further ATC available this time. Unicom 122.8, frequency changes approved. Have a good flight.
Roger, the Unicom, and we'll have a good flight. Thanks for being here, Southwest 1514.
Thanks for flying out of Denver. Appreciate the traffic.
Strobes are on. We need our landing lights, our headlights on. We're good there. Transponders on. One more thing I want to do is I want to set up the aircraft options control panel not to force all systems on. That way I'll get my special transponder. Denver Tower, Southwest 4780 is holding at runway 8.
Southwest 4780, the wind 130 at 9er, RNAV Royal, runway 8, cleared for takeoff.
RNAV Royal, cleared for takeoff, runway 8. Southwest 4780. Alright. Okay, let's line up.
Approaching 08.
Well, we got a full flight and high altitude and reduced thrust takeoff.
08.
So this will be interesting. Throttle up to 40%. Steady, toga. Forward pressure on the controls. Release forward pressure. Hold. Rotate. Positive rate, gear up.
Southwest 1514, if you haven't already done so, Unicom 122.8, frequency change approved. Have a good flight. Attention all aircraft, Denver Tower is going to be closing in approximately 5 minutes. Denver Ground will be logging on to assist you. Southwest 4780, departures offline, no further ATC available at this time. Unicom 122.8, frequency changes approved. Have a good flight.
Over to Unicom, thanks for your help, Southwest 4780. Okay, flaps 1. Boy, we are struggling with the D rate. See how long this lasts. Okay, flaps up. Okay, auto brake off. After takeoff checklist. Okay, engine bleeds are on. PACs on auto. Landing gear is up. And flaps up. No lights. After takeoff checklist completed. So we are climbing only at 1400 feet per minute. And I'm thinking that that's because of our, we got relatively, well, we have full flight, 175 passengers on the Southwest aircraft.
Denver Tower, United 245, ready at Mike, runway 8.
United 245, the wind 130 at 9er RNAV Royal, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Royal, cleared for takeoff, runway 8, United 245.
We're just passing Royal now. And fuel remaining in Royal was 17.4. Let's document that. Yeah, one of the things I should add here is, oh, I don't have Royal on my plan. So we gotta wait until we get to Darth. Yeah, one of the things I'm doing on this one is I've adjusted the fuel bias to get a more accurate sim brief plan. So increased it substantially. We're now at minus 13 for the fuel bias. So I'm very interested to see how we do on the consumption. Alright, I can turn the lights off. Leave folks in the seat for a while. Still a little bit of clouds, so I'll leave the engine starters on continuous. We're passing through 12,300 feet. For flight level 230.
United 235, departures offline. No further ATC at this time. Unicom 122.8, frequency changes approved. Have a good flight.
Over to Unicom 122.8. Thanks very much for the service. United 245. Cheers.
Alright, we're going to 122.
My pleasure. Thanks for flying Denver.
122.8.
International Aircraft Denver Tower will be closing at this time. Denver ground is on 121.85. To assist you further, I or one of my colleagues will be back in a little while. Thanks for flying Denver. Appreciate the traffic. Good night.
Alright, switching to Unicom. Dorothy is about 67 miles away. And we're passing through Unicom traffic. Southwest 4780 is climbing through flight level, 16,500 for flight level 230. Approaching waypoint Chicken. I think our final point.
Traffic Southwest 1514 is passing 2,000, flight level 250 climbing, and we'll cruise at flight level 340.
Denver traffic, Southwest 4780 is now climbing through flight level 190 for 360. Denver traffic. 40, so I can see Greg. Captain Greg in the Southwest 1540. I see you ahead of me, about 28 miles ahead of me and about 7,500 feet above me. Southwest 4780. All right, we'll catch up in a little bit. Okay, so we are now 1 hour and 17 minutes into our flight, and we are at flight level 360. Originally, we thought, let's double check, we were going to get runway 12. But it appears that we're getting runway 20, and as a result of that switch, 20 does not have an ILS, so we have the choice of either a RNAV Zulu GNSS or RNAV Yankee RNP, and I discussed this with David, and we think that our aircraft are not equipped to do a GNSS. So even though the RNAV Zulu gives us a wider lineup for the runway, it is a GNSS approach. And I've done it before coming into Edmonton, and it got messed up. I'm not sure if that was the reason. But the RNAV Yankee is RNP, so we know we can do that, but it's shorter. So by the time you've lined up, you're only 5 miles away from the runway, so you just have to be careful of that, and then, you know, hit the IAN mode, approach mode, once you're lined up. So I think that's what I'm going to do, and I'll table the GNSS test for another occasion. But distance-wise, we're about 267 miles from top of descent, and we're about 383 run miles from Edmonton. It seems Edmonton Center is up, and we'll be switching to them soon.
0 coming from Denver, checking in.
Southwest 1514, Edmonton, good evening. Squawk 0314.
0314.
Southwest 1514, you're identified. Expect runway 20 in Edmonton.
Yep, expecting runway 20, and we'd like RNAV Yankee, if that's of interest to you at this stage.
Southwest 1514, I'll relay that to the arrival controller, thank you. Confirm the RNAV Yankee, runway 20.
Yep, confirming RNAV Yankee, runway 20, Southwest 1514.
Roger, thanks.
Lufthansa 491, is this the road pathways of the captain?
Lufthansa 491, not a problem, let me know when you're back.
Going back with the footnote.
Edmonton Center, good evening. Southwest 4780 at flight level 360 is with you, 75 miles from Yankee, Quebec, Lima.
Southwest 4780, Edmonton, good evening, squawk 0616.
0616, Southwest 4780.
Southwest 4780, you're identified.
Roger, thank you.
And Southwest 4780, expect runway 20 in Edmonton.
Okay, we'll expect runway 20 and we'd elect for the RNP, RNAV Yankee approach.
Southwest 4780, thank you.
With you, flight level 360.
United 235, Edmonton Center, good evening, squawk 0740.
Squawk 0740, United 245.
That was David checking in with Edmonton Center. So meanwhile, let me check what station.
Edmonton Center, Alaska 1626. I'd like to step away for about 15 minutes.
Alaska 1626, not a problem. Let me know when you're back.
I'll let you know, thanks.
United 235, you're identified. Expect runway 20 in Edmonton.
20 for Edmonton, United 245.
United 235, say your Mach speed, please.
Mach 0.79, United 245.
United 235, slow to Mach decimal 77.
Mach decimal 77, United 235.
He thinks you're too close to my tail.
Yeah. Walker 3361, descend 3000.
Descend to 3000, Walker 3361.
Edmonton approach is 120.5. Get that ready. And then tower was 118.3. All right, we just got Edmonton Center confirmed that when ready we can descend to flight level 14,000, and currently at 360. Our top of descent is in about 27 miles, so it's approaching pretty quick. We'll catch up again on the descent. Okay, we are approaching our top of descent in 4 miles.
And we'll check 1423.
So descent checklist.
Best forward speed, please.
Pressurization, landing attitude has been
Roger,
set.
best forward
Recall
speed
checked.
and confirm ILS
Auto brake
30
is set to 2.
for WestJet.
Landing data has been set.
We're landing
flaps
runway
30,
20 in Edmonton, runway
146 plus 5, 151 knots. Approach briefing has been completed. We're doing a RNAV Yankee, and it's going to be a left-hand base, pretty close to the runway, so not a lot of room to mess up. All right, descent checklist completed. And here we are descending, and that right ahead of us is Captain Greg. Yeah. We're descending into Edmonton from Denver, and we're about 100 miles from the airport, and ahead of me that is Captain Greg. He looks to be about 6,000 feet below me.
4780 transition to 220
Captain David is behind me. So we're coming in quick succession for an RNAV Yankee arrival into Edmonton, runway 20.
Southwest 4780.
Southwest 4780 with you?
Southwest 4780, I need you to slow down a bit. What are you transitioning at?
269.
Southwest 4780, if you could transition at 230 knots, please.
230 knots, roger. 230 knots on the transition, Southwest 4780.
And Southwest 1514, what are you transitioning at?
240 for the transition.
And Southwest 1514, if you could give me 250 knots on the transition, please.
And 250 knots to Southwest 1514.
And Southwest 4780, turn left, heading 270 for sequencing.
Yep, that's a smart request because
Edmonton
I am
Center,
only
hello
5
again,
miles
Virgin
behind.
Tango with you at 18,000, climbing 210.
Bridge 57 Tango, Edmonton Center, welcome back. Climb flight level 400.
Speed brakes to slow
Level
down.
400, 57 Tango Heavy.
Southwest 4780, Edmonton.
Southwest 4780 with you.
Southwest 4780, turn left, heading 270 for sequencing.
Left heading 270 for sequencing, Southwest 4780. Needs to make some space. We weren't slowing down quick enough. Now this is going to mess up our fuel calculations, so
WestJet 1423, arrivals on 120.5. See it.
120.5.
Delicious 1, turn left heading 010 to intercept the localizer, clear the ILS 34 approach.
Left 010, intercept the localizer, cleared ILS 34, Malicious 1.
Walker 2582, Papa is current in Yellowknife.
We have Papa for Yellowknife 2582.
And Alaska 1626, we're going to need to lose some altitude here. Turn right heading 160.
Right heading 160, Alaska 1626.
And Southwest 4780, direct OILRS.
direct OILRS, Southwest 4780.
Southwest 1514, contact arrivals 120.5. Thanks for flying.
120.5 to Southwest 1514.
Delicious 1, contact the tower on 18.5. Thanks for flying.
118.5, thanks to the ATC, Malicious 1.
And United 235, transition at 220 knots, please.
Transition 220 knots, United 235.
Alright, we're about to recapture our path, our VNAV path.
United 235, turn left heading 280 for sequencing.
Left heading 280 for sequencing, United 235.
Sensor version 57 Tango Heavy, looking to step away for about 5 minutes.
Version 57 Tango, not a problem, let me know when you're back.
Would it?
Okay, we're back on track. Heading for OILRS. And that was the completion of our maneuver to give Greg a little space. Okay, that's a bit tricky. They gave us a different approach now. And I don't have time to, well, maybe I do. I gotta set that up on my, so now I need an RNAV Zulu. RNAV Zulu with a VOGAP transition. Okay, I've set it up. Alright. We've got that both on my very last minute. For me anyway.
Edmonton arrivals, good evening, United 235 is with you, on descent through flight level 200.
United 235, Edmonton arrivals, good evening. I see you'd requested the Yankee. I'm unable due to traffic. Expect the Zulu, runway 20 approach.
Understood, expect the RNAV Zulu 20 approach, and then we're in receipt of Echo, United 235.
United 235, thanks for Echo, descend to 8,000, altimeter 2982.
8,000, 2982, United 235.
Well, we're gonna see if it works now.
Air Canada 236, climb flight level 210.
210, Canada 236.
Our concern about the RNAV Zulu is that it's in a GNSS rather than a RNP. And
Edmonton's arrival, good evening, Cessna Golf Sierra X-ray uniform at Villeneuve Airport. We'd like a VFR departure to the east heading to Custom Lake Airport. We got Delta.
Sierra X-ray uniform, Edmonton, good evening, stand by.
Okay, so let's say we're going to have 8.9 when we get on the ground.
5,000, west at 1423.
About 50 miles an hour. Let's say.
And can we expect the approach from VOGAP for west at 1423?
8.9.
West at 1423, affirmative.
136.8. 145.7. 145.7 gross weight.
Sierra X-ray uniform,
no
runway
change.
26, squawk 4235.
4235 and runway 26 for Sierra X-ray uniform.
So just reviewing.
Sierra X-ray uniform, your reback is correct. Tell me ready for
runway
taxi.
20.
We're ready for taxi, Sierra X-ray uniform.
First choice. Well, Bravo 2 or Bravo 4. Bravo 2 or Bravo 4.
1423, cleared the RNAV Zulu, runway 20 approach, VOGAP transition. Alright, we'll get cleared RNAV Zulu runway 20, Westjet 14.
Check about fixes on the right runway. It is, okay.
Sierra X-ray uniform, runway 26, altimeter 2908.
Okay, that is the airfield ahead
Bravo,
of us.
hold runway 26.
What we're going to do is we're going to, before we get to
Bravo,
it,
apron discretion for runway 26
to the right,
uniform.
and do a downwind, and then loop around with a left base and come back in that way. And our left base, well, this time we'll have more room with the RNAV Zulu. That all happens, let's see.
Aircan 236, contact Edmonton
about 10
Center,
miles, 10 miles out, so
good night.
we're doing the loop. Okay.
13502, Aircan 236, good night.
Okay, we're looking for exit Bravo 2 or Bravo 4. We've got our checks. Okay, I'm getting anti-ice.
Alright, let's approach us up with
temperature. Correct, so I gotta switch off my
Could you tell me, confirm what the next waypoint is on this approach, the Southwest 1514?
Southwest 1514, do you have VOGAP programmed?
Southwest 1514, no, but I can take the VOBAT Southwest 1514. Looks like there's been a switch in my FMC.
Southwest 1514, yeah, if you can, great. If not, let me know and I'll back to you in.
Roger, Air Canada 243, we just flew past the 747 doing basically a vertical takeoff. We're passing 3,500, Jovan 1.
KK, love you, coming in, approaching to land.
243 identified, fly runway heading, turn right direct Andy on course. Aircan 243, never mind. Turn right direct Andy on course, maintain 6,000.
Alright. We're going downwind. We're passing through 7,000 for 5,000.
Southwest 1514, turn left heading 230 to intercept the final approach course.
Turn left heading, stay again for the intercept course.
Southwest 1514, turn left heading 230.
230, Southwest for intercept in the course, Southwest 1514.
Southwest 4780, fly present heading, vectors for final.
Fly present heading for vectors for final, Southwest 4780. Alright, so he didn't think Craig was coming in early enough for me to be able to make this without extending my downwind.
Aircan 243, contact Edmonton Center 135.02, good night.
One more time for 243, sorry.
Aircan 243, not a problem. Contact Edmonton Center 125.02. Good night.
125.02, good night. Air Canada 243.
Edmonton approach, United 235, request further descent clearance from 8,000.
United 235, roger, descend 5,000.
5,000, descend 5,000, United 235.
Traffic. Clear of conflict. Traffic.
Approach to Southwest 1514.
Alright,
You want me to go
I'm
to
turning
tower
now.
Southwest 1514, contact tower now 118.3. Good night.
We're going tower, thanks Tower, and I sorted it all out, Southwest 1514.
United 235, flight present heading, vectors for final.
Fly present heading and vectors for final, United 235.
Southwest 4780, your number 2 cleared the RNAV Zulu runway 20 approach.
Number 2 cleared for RNAV Zulu approach runway 20, Southwest 4780. Alright, let's get the speed down. Flaps 5. We'll give him space, gear down.
United 235, turn left heading 300.
Flaps 10.
Left heading 300, United 235.
Southwest 4780, contact tower now, 118.3, good night.
118.3, good day, Southwest 4780. Okay, let's do approach mode. Okay, let's flaps 30. Looking for 151. Okay, we got FAC and GP. Well, it appears to work. I have FAC and GP. Tower, Southwest 4780 is with you on the RNAV Zulu runway 20.
Southwest 4780 Edmonton Tower, good evening. Your number 2 runway 20, following a 737 just over the numbers, wind 1007, cleared to land runway 20.
Clear to land runway 20, Southwest 4780. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Alright, I have the runway in sight. I see the pappies. So, a GNSS is possible.
Flare 8833, airborne contact Edmonton. Departure is 120.5. The wind 100 at 7. Cleared to land, or cleared for takeoff runway 12. You too, bye-bye.
Edmonton Tower, Southwest 1514, clear runway 20.
Southwest 1514, thanks. Welcome to Edmonton. Stay parking.
Golf 5.
I'm sorry, could you repeat Golf 5?
Yeah, gate 5, just gate 5.
Southwest 1514, roger. You can taxi Bravo Victor into apron 1, your discretion.
Bravo Victor, and at my discretion, Southwest 1514.
Okay. Auto, speed brakes armed. Gear down in green. Flaps 30. Still getting green lights from the leading edge flaps. And altimeter is set 2982. We are ready. for arrival. Looking for Bravo 2 and or Bravo 4. A little bit low, it seems like.
Approaching 20.
Alright, autopilot disconnect.
Southwest 4780 Tower, are you with me?
I'm with you.
Southwest 4780, thanks. Yeah, you're number 2 runway, or number 1 now, runway 20, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, Southwest 4780.
Edmonton Tower, United 235 is with you, 5 mile final, runway 20.
United 235 at the Tower, good evening. The wind 1007, cleared to land, runway 20. You're number 2 following a 737, just for the numbers.
Okay.
Number 2 to land.
Auto throttle disconnect.
United 235.
Okay, reverses. Maintain runway center line. Not gonna make Bravo 2. It's manual braking for Bravo 4.
Southwest 4780, welcome to Edmonton, exit left when able, and safe parking.
Yeah, we'd like parking gate 52.
Southwest 4780, roger. You can taxi left on Bravo 4, then Bravo Alpha, Oscar into apron 1, your discretion. Good night.
Roger. Left on Bravo.
It'll be Bravo, Alpha, and Oscar for Southwest 4780.
Bravo, Alpha, and Oscar, Southwest 4780.
United 235, that traffic's now clear.
Okay, clear the land, runway 20, United 235.
Actually, I can just go in here. Let's pick my gate.
United 214, Edmonton Tower, mic check.
United 214, Edmonton Tower, read you 5x5.
Roger. And United 214, I don't know if you remember us, we were Air Canada 214 last time and the aircraft was not working and we had to disconnect. Just wondering, do we have the same clearance or...
United 214, welcome back. Unfortunately, no, you'll need to refile call sign. You'll likely be the same clearance if you're going to the same place, though.
Alright, okay, we will do that, United 214.
Edmonton Tower, United 235 is clear of runway 20. We've exited via Bravo 2 and we're looking for gate 58.
United 235, thanks. Welcome to Edmonton. Taxi Bravo Alpha and Oscar into the apron, your discretion. Have a great night. Thanks for flying.
Thanks. Cleared the taxi via Bravo Alpha Oscar to the gate. United 235.
And good evening, Edmonton Tower, United 214. We're going to pick up again IFR over to Calgary this evening.
United 214, roger. You're cleared down to beautiful Calgary by the Devon 1 departure flight plan route. Departure runway 12, squawk 4030.
And United 214 clear to Calgary via Jevon 1 departure, then our flight plan, and then runway 12, 12, and squawk 4030 for 214.
That is 214, read back is correct. Information echoes correct. Pushback, start up to your discretion. Call ready for taxi.
Roger, we'll call for ready for when we're ready for taxi. And just want to make sure, after the Jevon 1 departure, is the next waypoint Olney?
United 214, that is correct. The Jevon 1 departure is a, you'll be vectored after the Jevon waypoint to Olimi, but yes, you can expect Olimi after Jevon.
That's my follow me truck.
Roger, thank you so much, Erkin. I'm gonna sit out, United 214, sorry about that.
No worries.
Okay, I see it now. So it's not the first one, it's the second one. We're blinding the heck out of this person, I'm sorry. Whoa. Need to go in a little bit more. And we are parked. Powering down at 0214.
Edmonton Tower, Jazz 8813, gate 58 with Echo requesting IFR to Yellowknife.
0214.
Jazz 8813, Edmonton Tower, good evening. You're clear to the Yellowknife Airport via the Jevon 1 departure, flight plan route. Departure runway 12, squawk 4145.
Let folks out of their seats.
Cleared to Yellowknife via Jevon 1 departure, flight plan route.
Anti-collision lights
departure
off.
Runway 12, squawk 4145 for Jazz 8813.
Jazz 8813, read back correct. Thanks for Echo. Pushback, start up to your discretion. Call ready for taxi, and caution the United 737. He'll be taxiing left right behind you.
Okay, let's
We'll call
try
when
to
ready for
deboard.
taxi, and we'll watch
See
the
if
aircraft
these
for Jazz 8813.
things work for us.
Deboarding requested. Passengers deboarding starting.
Alright, well, that was a good one. Really good. Enjoyed all the switching around.
Edmonton Tower, good evening. United 1333 on the visual runway 20.
Cutting off that radio. Well, that went pretty well. How did it go for you, David? I'm close to that main tower. Looks like we lost Greg.
Yeah, which was good because I snaffled his gate, and because there's another bloke, Jazz had taken my gate 58.
I bet you were worried when he was dishing out the RNAV Zulus.
Yeah, no, I picked it up. So I got the final approach course and I got the glide path. It all came up and it was beautiful. It was a beautiful thing.
It really was, and usually when I'm doing an RNAV approach, my main concern is to make sure that I have RNAV and LNAV engaged before I hit the approach mode. So when he started vectoring me away, like for an extended downwind, then I had to really focus to make sure that I re-engaged RNAV VNAV at the right time. So I was messing about with the FMC, but finally got it to the point where I was ready for the IAN approach.
Can you pick up RNP final, like a FAC glide path, from just when you're in a heading mode? Heading select mode? Will that pick up the glide path?
That's a good question. I'm not sure that it does.
Yeah, I have to read up on my RNP approaches. I've only really started doing them this year.
No, they're actually a great way to go because sometimes these default airports, they don't actually have the ILS frequencies they're supposed to have. So when you do RNAV VNAV, then you don't even need to need that, but you do need the runway to be aligned correctly. But when you came in, were you fully engaged on RNAV VNAV?
I was, yeah, that's right, because he gave me a vector, but I just plugged in that GAFTA or something, and I just flew direct to that. So yeah, I was LNAV. LNAV, and I think I might have been, don't know if I was VNAV or not. Definitely I was LNAV at that point.
Yeah, I went off LNAV VNAV quite a lot on the descent, just because he vectored me right for spacing. I was too close to Greg, so he made me do a left turn. So I had to go on heading select, and then I came back and had to recapture the glide path. But it was fun. I mean, it all worked out perfectly in the end. One of the things when you go off LNAV VNAV and you've got a part of the path that you didn't actually fly through, you got to make sure that you go direct to the next waypoint and you don't have all those trailing waypoints that you didn't hit, because otherwise it'll try to loop back and get to some of those.
Yeah, I had that. I left that vector thing. It was quite good because he extended me downwind before he brought me around, vectored me around onto base. So I'd left in all those other waypoints, which was quite good. But he told me to slow up, so I should have just done the speed intervention, but I just went to a more manual speed control on final, because he told me to slow up minimum speed until the FAF.
Yeah, I had that issue too. I was actually on manual speed intervent. I was on that, and actually I'm okay with that. You can still be on a speed intervent and still be on LNAV VNAV.
Yes, yeah, that's the whole point of that speed intervention button. You can change it.
Well, I'm really pleased. We all did pretty well, and much better than my last arrival. And next time for what do they call this? Some sort of Northern Lights Thursdays. Flying from Vancouver, you actually get ATC the whole way. I was noticing that, so that might be a different way to do it next time. We did you and I did the opposite direction, remember? And then we did parallel landings in Vancouver.
Yep. I loved Greg's comment about intercourse. Did you pick that up?
Stand by, I'm gonna stop the recording now. Okay guys, we are done with the video. We'll catch you later.